Hello, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, as per your respective time zone. We are waiting for some other attendees. So once they're joined, we can begin with this today's session for 21B, 21C benefits and compensation. So again, good morning, good afternoon, as per your respective time zone. On behalf of entire Evosys Managed Services team, we'd like to welcome you all to our 21C benefits and compensation advisory webinar session. This important session is to keep you fully synchronized with the new features and functionalities as part of this quarterly release which Oracle provides. My name is Hardik Patel, and I'm an operations manager here at Evosys Managed Services Department. Today, I'm your host for this session, and I'm glad to introduce my colleague, Ms. Tanya Smriti, who's part of our vast HCM team. She has worked on quite a few managed services and implementation projects as well at Evosys. Today, she'll take us through all the benefits and compensation 21C updates, quarterly release. Today's session is planned for around 60 minutes, and we'll make sure that we also leave some time to answer all your questions you may have. Let's go to the next page, which is agenda of today's session. We'd like to convey you our approach towards the Oracle updates in a very simpler method. We'll be taking you through vital analysis for the 21C Dunbar experts, which will help you incorporating new features and updates easily into your system. Also, we'll sync you on any bugs and known issues if there are any. We'll be also taking you through the innovations happening at Evosys and how we deliver to clients. It's good to have an interactive session, so please do ask your questions through chat or question box, and we'll be more than happy to revert back to you on the same. If we run out of time in case, we'll also make sure and answer you back by connecting you even at a later stage. Let's move to the next page. How to read each feature summary. So this is to give you a glimpse on how we have crafted the features structure of these new sessions and features. So the first thing is list of new features coming into 21C. We'll be covering that, detailing on features, so you get brief understanding what new features are all about. And next one is what are the business benefits and the important takeaways for you as a decision maker. There are 4 components where we have done in-depth analysis of features which are going to present to you today. So the first one is an impact level analysis, which demonstrate the impact on the end user. If it's a low impact, then regression testing can be avoided or not. If it's a high impact, then we should opt for regression testing, we must. As we all are aware that there's some features which are by default auto-enabled by Oracle, and there's some which we need to opt for. So we'll be covering that as well. The third one highlights the nature of each feature. There would be certain configuration which may be required, and some can be used without any changes straight away into the system. We'll cover that as well. And the last one, which is a quick win. This term we use here at Evosys to simply convey that what is ready to use by investing minimum amount of time and what requires significant amount of time and efforts to make use of this feature in your organization. So with this, I'll be handing over to my colleague. Her name is Tanya Smriti, and she'll take you through the entire session in bit depth. Thank you very much, and over to you, Tanya.
Thank you for the introduction, Hardik. Welcome once again, everyone, to the 21C Quarterly Upgrade Advisory Webinar. In this session, I'll be walking you through the features as introduced in 21C Upgrade for benefits and compensation module. So without much ado, let's start. So to begin with, we have put together a dashboard of a total of 26 features that have been introduced in compensation and benefits module. Out of these, 18 are quick wins and 8 have been classified as the rest. So as Hardik clearly mentioned, the quick wins are the ones that require little or no configuration. And from system perspective, they can be implemented, tested, and launched within 2 weeks. We have another classification called opt-ins, where significant time is required for configuration and testing. So the highlight of this webinar is going to be the quick wins. So let's start. So the first section that we have is of quick wins with no configuration required. So the first feature that we have today is in individual compensation plans. The feature is where plans copy individual compensation awards during local and global transfer. So let's get in depth. So if I can zoom in my screen and show you, till now in transactions like local and global transfer, there was no way to auto-populate or copy the existing individual compensation awards for an employee. So with this feature, what has happened is now the data, the individual compensation award amount will be copied from source legal employer and will auto-populate here as you can see on the transaction screen. Also, our benefit, our compensation managers, they will have access to edit this using this icon here. So basically this reduces a lot of time for our compensation managers, and on the screen it is more automatically copying the data from source legal employer, which is a big win for the comp admin. So next we have assignment switching introduction in compensation history. So on this page, if I can zoom in, this is the compensation history page where till now the managers could not navigate or switch between assignments for the employee. So this feature has introduced this field called business title over here, where you can switch between both active as well as suspended assignments of the employee to see the associated data. So this is again something that helps our compensation managers to efficiently have everything on one screen, and the switching is enabled on the same screen as compensation history. So next we have performance improvement on salary range differential profile pages. So if we look at this page over here, this feature has enabled a very smart search option over here where we can enter the keywords. For example, here we can enter the location as the keyword. We can also enter the business unit or grade rates over here. And all the associated records will show up in our search results on these lines. And if we want to make changes to any differential profile, we'll have a clear picture of all the associated records as well. And there also we can make changes, associated changes. So it helps in efficiently searching the records that we want to update in differential profile. That was it with the quick wins with no requirement of configuration. Next, we have quick wins with some configuration required. So the first feature here is from benefits module, delete next change for rate. So this is a very good update where we can now rectify our mistakes on the rate page. So what happens is till now, if we made any error or updated rates incorrectly on this page, there we had to track from what date we entered incorrect rates. We had to go back to that date, update, or sometimes reach Oracle with the issue to discard the previous changes made. So with this feature, what we have is now we have this option called delete next change, which the admin can use to discard the latest change on the rate. So now if I make an error on this page, now this feature will help me discard that change and the immediate previous value of the rates would show effect. So basically this feature saves a lot of time from admin in rectifying errors on the rates page. So next we have a very useful feature for especially for US employees. Now, as we all know that in the United States, we have many benefit plans for the employees, including the saving plans in particular. Using the new savings plan calculator, it is now possible in our employee screen for our employees. If I can show you in their ESS screen, they have three cards available: HSA calculator, dependent care FSA calculator, and healthcare FSA calculator. So these are the names of the savings plan where they can enter their contribution and their plan type, and the system will generate a projection of how their money will grow over a period of time. So this again is a very user-friendly way to convey the employees on their screen and showing them how their money is growing with their savings account. Again, Oracle has claimed that this is not an accurate projection, but it is an estimate because the rates vary. So it is not very accurate, but yes, it does give you a projection of how your money in your savings account is growing with time. Next, we have configure workforce compensation notification at plan level. So previously, we had notification configuration, but they were generic at global level. So all the plans coming under them used to have one common notification configuration. Now with this feature, what we have is we have introduced another level at which we can define the notifications behavior. So we can define it now at plan level. So now when I say I'm defining a notification at plan level using the screen in front of me, what I mean is if there is any existing configuration at global level, the configuration at plan level will override that. So for all the plans where I may want a separate kind of behavior, I'll configure at plan level. For the rest, the general will show effect. So this is the page which has now been renamed as configure approval and notifications page, where we can perform this configuration. Next, we have the configure, save, and close for worksheet tasks. So if I can quickly show you exactly what screen I'm talking about. If you see the screen that the managers have on their screen, we have save and close buttons here. They're in two fashions, one in drop-down manner, the other sideways. So what happens is now admins have the access to change this view without altering system design. So now admin have this access by using this feature called enable save and close in worksheet. Yes, save and close with drop down to save. Yes, side by side buttons. Or no, if you don't want to show the button at all. So what this helps in a way that you don't have to enter the system design and alter anything, but this is just a one-step process that the admin can do from there. So this gives admin this access. Next is using individual worker display to view and update standard components. So now, till now, there was no distinction from in a worksheet between the people who had standard component salary basis and the people who did not. So with this feature, that distinction is now built in the worksheet. And now, if for the workers who have salary basis that use salary components, the compensation amount and percentage of eligible salary, these columns are not editable. Percentage and amount. So basically, this is helpful in building that wall, the distinction between these two salary basis types, and hence will help the admin in business processes. Next, we have linking of user-defined columns to plan components. As we all know, not all seeded columns serve all benefits needs, which gave rise to the need of user-defined columns. We did have these columns and we were extensively using it, but there was a drawback that we could not configure the access or the access to edit these columns explicitly in a separate consolidated way. It was difficult to individually go to every user-defined column and set restrictions on those columns. So with this feature, what has happened is now I can map a user-defined column with my plan component using this field called map column to component. Once I have mapped it, then the restriction on that component will show effect on my user-defined column as well. So I don't have to explicitly go to separate user-defined columns and set it. It has become now easy for this mapping, to show restrictions. So this again will help the benefit at the compensation admin. Next, we have configure predefined alerts and prevent from displaying an alert filter. So this feature was used by the managers to sort between workers with alerts and without alerts. Now, the ones with alert by default had these alerts already included. The ones to assign the worker to another manager, to add or delegate manager, to remove a delegate manager, and to change the worker eligibility. So these are not something that workers are controlling. So what we have done is, in Oracle now, we can exclude these alerts from the existing alerts, which can be done in the previous task that I explained, the plan level setup of notification. There we can configure this. So this will help the manager to more efficiently track the employee and to understand the filters better. Next, we have enable additional columns in the communicate tab. So as you can see on my screen, 3 columns have been added to this screen for compensation managers called plan eligibility, component eligibility, and compensation amount column for all components. So till now, there was no consolidated screen where manager could see all of this on the same screen. So in Communicate now, by the addition of this, it is easier for the manager to track who all have been given the compensation statements and who all are actually eligible or not that can be efficiently tracked with this communicate task. Next is preserve salary data for changes when in date change. So now there are some transactions that I've listed over here for which this feature will show effect. Now, in these transactions, what has happened after this feature is that now we are given an opportunity twice from the initiator and approver end to revisit and retain the salary data. So, in any of these transactions, if I can show you the screen, as you can see, the salary start date and the salary both are showing up and they can be revisited and changed once at initiator level and second at approval level. So this adds a room to rectify mistakes or to go back to or retain a salary data that in these transactions till now was not possible. So this will again help compensation managers in system transactions. Next, we have stock calculation and display. So this adds the section of vesting activity on the stock page. Let me quickly show you how the calculation works. So now till now, we only had original grant and shares granted section. With the introduction of this section, we have vested shares, unvested shares, and total shares. When we land on this page, the value entered at shares granted is basically the value that is copied to vested shares over here. Shares granted, this amount gets copied over here, unvested shares, the total amount. And as I, as an admin or as a manager, enter value in this column, this subsequently reduces, making sure that total shares remain constant. So this entire process is making the calculation very simple for the manager. It is easier to track since the total is constant, and the distribution is more clear with the introduction of these columns, hence making stock calculation very convenient. Next, we have market data inclusion of positions. So if people see surveyed jobs, whenever we used to find match for survey jobs, the results used to show only internal jobs. Positions were not included. So with this feature now, as you can see, the matched internal jobs as well as matched internal positions will now be able to be searched on the screen. And also, what all positions match can be tracked by these columns over here, position code and position. So the search results also expanded in these columns with name and the next is a total compensation statement period display name and item tester enhancement. So now this is not something that we have made mandatory here. Till now also it was not mandatory, but we always promote the use of period names while submitting total compensation statements because any unique name would help us track it better and would also help the business process to function better if we have a unique name attached to all the periods. So now over here, as you can see, this is a warning that suggests that there should be a unique name associated with this statement. So this will help us track later. It is just a warning. It is not making it mandatory or anything. But yes, this warning has been introduced to promote the use of period name. Next, also we have the item tester, which earlier was launched for fast formula and element entry testing, has been extended to all other source types. So now it also includes external data and all salary sources as well. So that comes with this feature. So I'll quickly switch to the next section that we have. We have NSAR technical advancements section. So now I cannot cover all the features right now in the session because of time constraints. But yes, we all recommend to all of you to go through all the features in the documents and links that our team will be sharing with you all. And you can go through all the features and also see what works for your business processes. Reach us in case of any queries. We'll be happy to answer your questions. Next, we have the Innovation Center. So now, under innovation, we at Evosys, we always promote and attempt to automate system processes for smoother solutions to business requirements using new ideas and innovation. So if I can take you through our latest innovation, this is where I introduce you a tool to smoothen the data migration process. So the tool is called Glide. So now, as we all know that data migration is a very integral part of HCM. And whenever a huge amount of data is involved, it is important for us to ensure that there is utmost accuracy, and also the volume of data that has to be consolidated in a given time. So the stipulated time also is a factor. So now all the data needs to be first verified against the existing Oracle structure and then pushed in. And later we have multiple rounds of testing, validation, reconciliation, which is a very lengthy process, which currently the users were facing. So to tackle this, we are happy to present Glide Data Migration Tool, which has been built by Evosys to automate this data migration process. So if I can walk you through the series of steps over here. As you can see in the first step, this is what the UI looks like. Let me zoom in. So as you can see on the UI, this is where we can select what object we want to upload. So this is where we can select only, for example, location in this case. Second stage over here, as you can see, it's a breakdown of stage, transform, validate, import, and reconcile. As I mentioned, all these tasks that we used to either perform at source level or we used to perform at destination level to test and check, all of those have been consolidated in our Glide tool. So now this second step and this middle layer itself, these data transformation has been made possible. After this step, we can say that when has been successfully uploaded, we can use the objects in the system. I've also consolidated the benefits around this feature. So now to start with automation. So now, as I said, data validation, transformation, and reconciliation, all of these has been taken care of while building this tool. So these are now possible using Glide tool. Second is time saving. So now we don't have to manually enter data for verification, and we are saving the time in loading the files multiple times to rectify errors and then again loading. So that iteration time is saved. So that all of that time saving is being contributed because of this tool. Next is optimization. So we have an opportunity to transform the data at the middle layer, as I shared on the second stage, where we are staging, validating, and transforming data. So that we don't have to do at the source level. We are doing at the middle layer using our Glide tool. Next is a removal of manual intervention, because for data verification, as we saw, the quality check is also ensured by Glide tool. So apart from this is also a very secure platform, and all data is encrypted, and there are role-based access at every step. So that will never be a problem. We'll be very happy to elaborate more about Glide. And if you find this tool interesting or something you want to hear more about, you can reach us or mention this in our feedback forms. Our team will be really happy to reach you. Now, also, right now, I cannot cover everything, but we'll definitely reach back to you if you have any queries in this tool. Please feel free to ask in the Q&A. So that was my time. I would request Hardik to take over from here. Thank you, everyone.
So hello, everybody. I hope the session was informative for you. So I've got a very quick poll for all of you and would like you, if you can rate it for us, that how was the content on the scale yes and no? Please, I'm sure you can see that on the screen. Okay, we'll close this survey in a second. So thank you very much. And so we'll be closing that in a couple of minutes. But before that, I would like to tell you that you'll receive a thank you email from us along with the presentation, same presentation, and the features released in 21C, and also a recording of this session if you would like to send it to any of your colleagues. And also they'll be sending a feedback form so that we can improve when we do it next time. So please let us know on if any improvements needs to be done or any suggestion needs to be passed on. Please provide it to us. We'll be also sending you test scripts to test the new features for you. And just a last question, and which is, I'm going to launch it now. Would like you to help us by rating on the scale of 1 to 5 that the experience on today's session, please. Okay, so if you please, if you have any feedback, please pass it through your respective project managers, or you can write to us on business@evosysglobal.com. If you need any further information on any modules or any recent release, please reach out to your respective project managers. And also you can write to us on business@evosysglobal.com. Thank you very much. for your time today.
Thank you, Hardik. I think we do have one question from Mr. John.
Sorry.
So I'll just read it out. Please, can you explain the grade step changes? Is this really an important in local government? So that's the question.
Yeah, thank you for the question, John. If I can take this, Anureep, thank you. Yeah, so John, to your question, we have two types here, either grade with steps and the ones without. When I'm saying grade with steps, the three choices that have been introduced are all steps stopping at ceiling level. Next step is ceiling level, and next is next step in grade ladder. So now, when I say all steps stopping at ceiling level, what I mean is that all the steps are included, all will be evaluated, and it will step at the ceiling level. Next is the ceiling level, the ceiling step. When I say next step, stop at ceiling level, I mean only one step will be evaluated, the immediate next step, and not if it is the ceiling level step. The third choice that I said was next step in the ladder, which means the immediate next step, and keeping like the ceiling level is not a factor over there in the third choice. This is what we have with grade with steps. When I say grade without steps, we have only two options, either steps and all steps in the grade or the next grade in the grade ladder. So that is the two distinctions that we have currently. If you want to know in detail about it, how it will impact your local government, or if you have any specific questions, you can please drop it in the chat box or email it to us. We'll be happy to answer those. Thank you for flagging that, John.
Yeah, sorry that to pick it up a little later, John. If you still think that need more information, I think there is a dedicated project manager for your as a client. So please reach out to them. I'll be more than happy to connect you to perfect person so that to deep dive a little more if you need. We're more than happy to help you. Sorry again, and thank you so much for today's presence.